today I have with us Chief from a company that's celebrating its 50th anniversary in the region. 5 decades of operating in the Middle East and Africa. I'm talking about the Jumbo Group. And I'm joined by Vikas Chadha, the CEO of Jumbo Group. Such a pleasure to have you on RetailME TV, Vikas.
So first of all, thanks for having me here and thanks for that brilliant introduction about the company. Thank you.
It's an absolute pleasure. 50 years, that's a huge milestone in itself. Can we start with some milestones over the decade for the business and its people?
You know, when a company is 50 years old, it's really very difficult to pick up, isolate the key milestones, but I'm still going to do that. I think the first one is definitely when we signed the Sony partnership. That's how the company started in 1974.
Yeah.
And I think I would like to go even before. The foundation of the company itself, in 1974, when there was nothing here. It was a desert, you know. Imagine an Indian entrepreneur thinking that he will come and create a world of electronics here where electronics was not available. We didn't have televisions at that time. I think the vision of the guy thinking much ahead was the foundation and perhaps the biggest milestone. Then came the Sony partnership, which started in 1974. Then after that, we had multiple, separate things that happened. We launched PlayStation somewhere in the early 2000s. We opened one of the largest, multi-brand malls at that time. Stores in the Mall of Emirates, which was 27,000 square feet. So that was itself very good. We also signed the Do partnership somewhere in 2000s, which was very exciting. We became their franchisee partner. Yeah. In 2008 came when we partnered with Dyson to launch their products. And I think that was also a very key moment, which ventured Jumbo beyond consumer electronics to beauty and luxury tech, etc.
Yeah.
In 2011, we opened one of the largest service facilities in the country. So today we are servicing more than 50 brands, and this was something that was opened in 2011. That was also, I think, a critical milestone.
Sure.
Somewhere in between, we also started our enterprise business, B2B. Yes. We said, we are serving the B2C customers. Why don't we take the same methodology of serving and we serve the B2B customers? And we started our enterprise business. And so multiple things have happened. These are multiple milestones. I think the last one being our revamped e-commerce platform that we launched.
I was waiting for that.
2022.
Yeah.
It is much more user-friendly. It is very intuitive, easy to move around.
Sure.
So I would say these are the milestones. And but one thing I would mention in all of this is that our employees have been the cornerstone of Jumbo. You know, we've got employees who have worked with us for 30 years, 35 years, and it's a blessing to sit in the conference room and meet people who have spent so much time in the company. So I think our employees, hats off to them. And also our shareholders who have stayed committed to this company in terms of investing in good times and the bad times both. I think we managed all the crises that have happened here in a manner which has been employee friendly. So I would say these are the milestones that have been there in Jumbo. Yeah.
Absolutely. And such a rich legacy. I mean, I agree with you. Summarizing all this in a nutshell is very, very challenging. It's a difficult thing to do. Now, we've spoken about the past 50. What do you think the next 50 looks like? What are some of the growth frontiers for Jumbo?
I was reading a report sometime back which was mentioning that only 2.5% of the company 2.5% of the companies that start their operation reach 50 years. So first of all, there has been a lot of good things that we have done. So I think the first thing that we have to remember is to respect all the good things that we have done, the partnerships that we have nurtured, and grow those partnerships. You know, one can always look at new areas, which I'll talk about, but my primary objective first is to grow the partnerships that we have built, whether it's Sony, PlayStation, Dyson, all the partners with whom we are working, Hewlett-Packard, Ricoh, we have to grow their business and we have to take them to the next frontier and keep on marching ahead with them. So that's the first growth objective for me. But apart from that, we are very excited about the Omni play. We are very excited how we are going to provide the same set of service that we are known for in the brick and mortar format and take it to the e-commerce platform, and how do we serve our customers in a much better manner. I'm also excited about the geographic play.
Yeah.
Right now we are present in UAE, Oman, Qatar, and Bahrain, 4 countries. We're looking at more. We're looking at how do we expand in some of the other countries as well. I think our enterprise business has a lot of runway to grow and expand. We are getting into services now, apart from pure hardware. We want to win the customer and serve them forever. We want to get into annual maintenance of the solutions and the products that we supply. So I think that is going to be a major frontier for us.
Sure.
So I think these are all exciting areas. And plus, as Jumbo, the founders and the shareholders, they have a huge appetite to grow in new verticals also. So, today we are known as an electronics company, but I think in the next 50 years, I am 100% sure we will not only remain an electronics company, and we would have ventured into multiple other businesses. And 50 years down the line, whosoever will be doing this interview will be talking about completely different things. Who knows, software, AI, I can't even comment.
Sure of that.
But we are going to invest in new technologies, and we're going to invest in new verticals and with new customers, etc.
Sure of that. You have recently had a complete digital transformation journey that lasted for a couple of years or more.
Yeah.
How has that fueled growth areas for Jumbo?
So, digital transformation, as I say, is a buzzword, right? And it's a very large word, and you can decide how do you want to answer and what all is included in it. But fundamentally, digital transformation starts by, or the end objective is to become a company that is easy to do business with. At the end of the day, the consumer should enjoy working with you. Your vendors should love the technology and the platform, the integrations that you have. The employees should feel great about the accessibility of information that is lying within the company. So I think our entire focus has been, how do we cut down and break down the barriers and make it easy for the consumer, easy for the employee, easy for the vendors? Now, many of the things we talk about, is digital transformation at the front end in terms of how we do and what do we do. But there's a lot of work that happens in the back end. Today, like, just to give you a few examples, like integrating my platform with a buyback player who is in the business of taking buyback of laptops, so that when a customer walks in, they are able to quickly get an assessment of their value, etc. So that backward integration, the backward integration with various banks, the backward integration with various programs, with other players with whom we participate, the mall operators, etc. So we have spent a lot of effort in terms of backward integrating so that the customer has a wide variety in front of them when they are, picking and choosing what they want to buy. So I would say digital transformation is a journey. We have done a bit.
It's a continuous journey.
It will be a lot more. In fact, we've just recently signed up an agreement with SAP.
Okay.
So we're going to venture on our next journey now, which is going to be even more exciting. Yesterday only I had my launch call with the team, and everybody is super excited about it. This will be one of the biggest investments that Jumbo would have done in some years. So we're really looking forward to the transformation that is in future going to happen. We have done, but I think we need to stay ahead of the curve. And by the way, on this, I do want to mention that we are always pioneers in terms of adopting anything which is digitally coming up. And in fact, we were one of the first companies to adopt a ERP system like 20 years back when People didn't even think about it, and everything was manual. So it'll be fun going forward.
I'm sure it'll be. And looking back on your journey specifically, having navigated different challenges through different decades, what is that one massive learning that you would like to share with us? Changing landscape, changing consumer electronics sector.
Yeah, so I think my biggest learning in this has been that consumers, when they buy electronics, they buy and then they don't use it. So it is the responsibility of the retailer to help them select the best product, to educate them how to use it, and then to keep on reaching out to them and ensuring that they are using it. And that's the approach that we adopt. When a consumer walks in, when they ask that, okay, I'm going to pick up this, we tell them, okay, that's great, but let me just tell you how this will be helpful to you. And we have created the sections within our showrooms about business products, student products, personal products, etc.
Yeah.
So we actually guide them to select the right product. And once they have selected, then we say, okay, now we're going to customize it for you, which means we can transfer your data from the prior one, we can tell you about the features, we can explain to you how to use it. And hold on, we also have a concert art service where, every month we will come to your home and we will do something so that your viruses are removed, etc. I think the joy is that customer buying a good electronic product and, buying a Ferrari and using it as a Ferrari, but not using it as an ordinary, car. So I think that's my biggest learning. Your association with your customer doesn't end when you have sold the product.
Yes.
That's just the beginning.
Yeah.
In fact, you can cement the relationship in a much better manner if you help her select the right product when they are buying. So
that's so beautifully summarized. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I love it.
And over to my fun retail rapid fire segment now.
Okay.
Your first mobile phone?
Ericsson.
Samsung or Apple?
Apple.
Very quick. If you were stuck in the elevator with Omar Al Olama, UAE's Minister of State for Artificial Intelligence, what is that one question that you would have asked him?
Tough one. How much are you investing?
Good one, I would say. One tech buzzword that definitely requires more understanding.
I would say AI itself. It's a very broad word, so we will see more on it. Yeah.
Where are you opening the next jumbo store?
In Dubai. Can't disclose anything further. Top secret.
Thank you so much for being a sport. Thank you so much for joining me on RetailME TV. It was a pleasure having you with us, Vikas.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.